Hi, I'm Michael Feuling, and welcome to this Wolves Weekly, where we will be previewing the 2017-18 men's basketball season. I'm joined today with the former All-American himself and entering his third year as the Wolves men's basketball coach, Coach Jim Shaw. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Coach, coming off of a year where many thought it would be a rebuilding year, losing the amount of talent you did off of that Final Four squad, yet you were 2 points away from the NCAA tournament again and losing in a heartbreaker to Western Washington. Talk a little bit about how the team has used that and what they've done over the summer and into the fall practice session.
Well, I think for the guys that are back from last year, they have an inner confidence that they're good enough to do what they need to do to be successful. Hopefully they spent the summer doing the right things. I don't see them that much in the summertime. But I just like the way that we played down the stretch and the carryover that you potentially get from that.
And last year you were led a lot by Tanner Omelette, who kind of took that next step from being a great role player to being that leader. Also, he was helped a lot by Ali Farouk, who kind of really came on and kind of took over the offense, running the point a little bit. Talk about how special those two are and what they mean to the team and what you guys are looking to do this year.
Well, I think that Tanner is a guy that has a chance to go down as one of the better players that's ever played here when you combine everything. You know, his ability to disrupt the other team when they have the ball, his ability to make plays for himself and his teammates. And he's a really, really unique player in all areas. Ollie has a high-level ability to score and is so quick that sometimes you have to just close your eyes and let him do something, even if it doesn't look right, and hope it works out. So.
That's where you turn and you sit there and say, no, 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 yes, 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 yes. The other day, Woo Wolves put out the men's basketball picture, and taking a look at it for fans, they're going to see a lot of new faces. A lot of new faces that you're bringing in. You bring in a number of some other seniors as well that will have 1 year to play on the team. Kind of talk about what you're hoping to get with those that you're returning, and then what these new guys can kind of come in and bring that you maybe didn't have last year to bring you to that next level.
Well, in terms of returning guys, Ollie and Tanner are our two leading returning scorers. JJ and Tanner were our two leading shot blockers. Demetrius Trammell was our third leading scorer. So our four leading scorers are back. And then we also sat out Nick Nistel, who was a valuable backup 2 years ago, John B.A. Allaby, who was a valuable backup 2 years ago, and Riley Hawken, who started at Concordia as a freshman 2 years ago. So those three guys are new in some ways, but not new in others, since two of them played here and one of them practiced with us. Then in terms of immediate impact guys, MALIK Morgan is a guy that he's from Eugene, Oregon. He went to Churchill High School. He started for 3 years at Humboldt State, including on the team that played here in the NCAA tournament. So he brings a level of experience and a background, not only with the state of Oregon, but our program, having played against us. And he's a really dynamic, athletic point guard. Vince Baumann, who's originally from McMinnville, Oregon, via Clackamas Community College, played at Point Loma last year. He averaged 14 points, 9 rebounds. He's just big. I mean, he's 6'9", 280, and he brings the ability to score around the basket. So those two guys bring proven experience at this level. Dustin Triano, who's injured right now, is a graduate transfer from Gonzaga who really didn't play much there, but he does bring the experience, having been one of their captains and someone that was a valuable leader in their program, of having been in a really, really high level, part of a really high level organization. Yeah. And so I think those guys all bring different things to the table, but they bring valuable things. And that, along with the guys we returned, and along with the guys we sat out, they make up the bulk of our guys. In terms of other guys that may make a contribution, I think it's going to be hard for any freshman to really have much of an impact on this year's team. Brandell Evans, who's from Olympia, Washington originally and played at Cochise Community College, he potentially is someone that could also make an impact. He just brings a lot of speed to the floor, and he's about 6'2", 190, so he has good size.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing that the freshmen aren't going to be contributing right away. It just means you have a senior or a veteran group, and in this conference, that's definitely needed because it's one of the toughest conference, if not the toughest conference on the West Coast. Same with the women's side. Kind of talk about what you guys are expecting this year, some of the toughest competitors you're going to be facing in the GNAC, and what fans should be looking for.
Well, our goal is always the same. We want to be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. And I'm not sure yet what that'll look like. I mean, we just started practicing on Sunday, and we've still got some guys that are out that'll, Ollie's out probably till the end of the month. Tanner just came back. He had a calf injury. Vince just came back. He had an ankle injury. Dustin now is out probably for a couple of weeks with the hip. So we got to get everybody healthy by the end of the month. But I think that we're a team that, with the experience level we have, should be able to be consistent with what we do. One of the things last year with as many inexperienced guys that we had is we had to continually keep getting better and better. But to their credit, that team did. I've never coached a team as an assistant or a head coach that improved as much the last month of the season as that team did. And so you want to be like the snowball that keeps getting better, but at the same time I would hope that we're a better November team than we were last year. And if we're as good a March team, that team was a pretty good March team last year.
Definitely. And it was, and you talked about getting better. Demetrius, 30 plus points in the GNAC tournament, the one game, and the other one is JJ Churnside. You look at kind of his growth from when he came on as a freshman to where he was now, just really making an impact. And you guys, you mentioned the early season. You have a few critical games, including the tournament coming up here. Talk a little bit, just briefly, about that tournament and kind of the talent that tournament will bring in.
Well, we've got some games against teams. I mean, Point Loma will be picked first or second in their league. Dixie, always the same thing. Azusa Pacific. So we're playing some really good teams early, which gives us a measuring stick. Last year, we weren't good enough to beat those teams early. At the end, I think we probably were. We made a significant growth. And it's a good opportunity for us to see how good we are in November. And then from there, how much better we can keep getting as the season goes on.
Perfect. Well, you can always check out all the action and keep up to date with the men's basketball team at woowolves.com. And be sure to come out and support the Wolves this year. As Coach mentioned, a lot of great games this coming year, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.